Hi, guys. Welcome. Excited for another wonderful day. I know I am. I hope you guys are too. Hope you're having a great day so far. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm excited. Yesterday, I talked about a little bit about um, laughter yoga. We did a minute of laughter. Well, I was going to say maybe we could do that again today. I did dig out some notes on laughter yoga, and I wanted to give you just a brief about it. It was developed in 1995. And then I did talk about it was from Dr. Mandan Katra, if I'm saying that right. And he was a physician in Mumbai. It's a exercise that combines uncontrollable laughter with deep breathing and stretching to deliver physical, emotional, and spiritual benefits of laughter. That is why I would classify this as a modality. I mean, I haven't got too much into just regular yoga, like the stretching and stuff. I went and did one of the classes, and I can definitely see how that can have emotional, spiritual benefits as well. Personally, I prefer to laugh. You do stretch and you do kind of exercise while you're laughing. Like I said yesterday, it's like childlike playfulness. It's kind of leaving your judgments and your adulthood at the door and just going in and having fun and being silly and allowing people to laugh at you and you laughing at other people, and it's just good, fun, silly funness, I guess. I love it. It's great. Yeah, man, laughter yoga it's a lot of fun. Yeah, the idea is not depending on jokes or comedy. Anyone can benefit from the power of laughter regardless of, your sense of humor. There's like a rhythm to it. You do a clapping and a movement and a breath. Like yoga, you pose and you do some deep breathing, where this, you do a clap, a laugh, and then a breathing. The clap is kind of a warm-up, breathing and stuff, and then the actual movement is usually where most of the laughter comes from. And you play kind of silly, fun games. Like I said, it's kind of like childlike playfulness. One thing, too, that I didn't necessarily know, but I knew laughter was contagious, so I'll say that. But I didn't know the way that laughter works. Now, I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't like my laugh." People think it's silly or people laugh at it. That is the point of your laughter. Laughter is designed to be a chain reaction. It is, I'll laugh, and then somebody else will think my laughter's funny. And that's okay. That's what I want. That's what everybody should want because, are they laughing at me? Yeah, kind of. But they're laughing. I'm spreading joy. And I know some people are like, "Oh, I snort when I laugh, how embarrassing." So, it's part of the comedy. It's contagious. It's a chain reaction, and you might hear one person's laughter and it might even be a little annoying or something, and then you hear another person's laughter and you can't not help but laugh. That all you can do is just burst out laughing. You might have heard some people, like hee 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 hoo, like maybe that's a bad example. But everybody has like a weird or a different laugh. It's because your laughter is to create somebody else to laugh. It's contagious. It's supposed to. Yeah, I don't know how to say it other than just people are supposed to find your laughter funny, and you should find other people's laughter funny. And it's not like, "Ha ha, look at that idiot," or at least it shouldn't be, because again, we don't want judgment. It should be, they're having a good time and I want to join in. I'll be honest, there's times where people are like, "Oh, you laugh at the joke and you know what the joke is." Well, I don't care what the joke is. I like the laughter. I want to laugh. I want to have fun. It's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I can't express it enough. Now, obviously, it's better in bigger groups. I've never been in a group more than, say, 50 to 30 people would be like a huge, biggest group I've been in is around 20, 25 people, give or take. And that was a lot of fun. Even in a small group of like 5 or 10 people even, it can still be a lot of fun and a lot of silly laughter and playfulness. If you're in a big city, you probably have a laughter club or laugh, and that's usually what they're called, as a laughter club. But you probably have one similar to you. Now, you do want to maybe make sure you're signing up for the right one. You don't want to. Well, maybe you do. I might sign up for a laughter club, and it's like stand-up comedy, and that's not what we do. Although it can be telling jokes, it usually does not rely on jokes. It relies, like I say, on the clap, laughter, and breath. It's kind of circular, like usually about an hour is as long as laughter yoga goes. And the whole time you're not laughing, which be pretty close to that if you're lucky. I would say you're laughing the whole time, and but a lot of it, again, you laugh and you play like this childlike playfulness, and then you stop and you kind of calm down, and you do kind of a breathing exercise and kind of calm down, and then you get back into it. Now, there's games that you play in a sense, like I said, it's childlike playfulness and it's silly. So, just to give you a couple ideas, there's hot soup laughter, household chaos, hugging laughter, humming laughter, Jack in the Box laughter. They've got tons of like just fun little games that you play. They got evil laughter. Do your best impression of an evil character's laugh. The more over the top, the better. And somebody's gonna see that and be like, "Look at that guy! He's a fool. He's being silly." And so that's part of it. Childlike playfulness. You're being silly. One of my other favorite ones is like a motorcycle. Motorcycle, rum rum. But this is laughter yoga, so you get on your motorcycle and you go, ha 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 ha, and then you proceed to drive around the room laughing, making that sound for the motorcycle sound, the rum rum, and you go ha 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 ha, and I have my hands up like I'm riding a motorcycle. Over ha 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 ha. Anyway, you get the idea. So imagine 20 people in a room, and they're all kind of running around, driving around. Some of them pretend to crash into each other and fall down laughing, and you see this, and you can't help but laugh at them. At least I can. It's just fun, good silliness, I guess. It's awesome. And again, so they got lots of other ones. Another one's milkshake one, where you mix in a milkshake like the old-fashioned way. And you go around the room and you ask everybody, what do they want to put in their milkshake? When we first did it, it was kind of funny. We were like, bananas and chocolate, ice cream and cherries. And then it gets around to the instructors, and they're like, mustard. And everybody was like, whoa, I don't want to drink that. That does not sound like a yummy milkshake. And then somebody else is like, I don't know, they put something else, mayonnaise or some other, like, ew, I don't want that in my milkshake. And that's part of the fun. That's part of the silliness. Well, who can think of craziness to put in their milkshake? And you all just start laughing at each other, and and the whole time you're doing this whoosh, whoosh, pretending to mix a milkshake, and it's getting your body moving. I know I did mention you have, for lack of a better word, meridians or lines. Let me see if we'll call them midlines. Just briefly reviewing over my notes, call them midlines. But so you have one, like let's say right here where this is, and it runs. It's, if you were to like take a guillotine, I guess, I don't know, you chop me. If this is the front of my body and this is the back, and you're cutting it right down the middle, and then you have another one where, if you thought about it, it goes right this way, it cuts me in half that way, and then you got another one that's a little bit above your waist, it's almost to your belly button, but not quite, if I remember right. And when you cross those, while you're laughing and mixing your milkshake and you're going back and forth, they're just moving you around, and they're helping you to cross those what I call midlines, and so it helps promote your energy moving and your, we talked about your biofield in a sense, and you have measurable and hypothetical energy in there, if I remember my quote right. And so almost like a pond, you're not stagnant, you're not just still and your energy stopping, you're getting that moving and swirling and all that fun, good stuff. But again, look it up. I'm sure there's probably a laughter yoga in your area. I've been even looking for a place to do it. I'm a little out of practice, but the only place I've been able to find so far are libraries, and you can't promote your business in a library. It has to be all nonprofit, and I do this for a business, so it doesn't work for me to do it at a library. But we'll keep trying, keep looking. I've done it just with friends, at my house or my living room. Again, like I said, it's a lot funner with more people. Another thing that they do, or that we did at the end of our laughter yogas, was everybody lays down in a circle, and you put your head in the middle and your feet out. And so everybody's in a circle. So your head or your crown chakra is all touching. Energetically helps, well, one, we talk about your biofield being out here, as far as you can reach. And so with literally your head touching other, or shoulder to shoulder, and touching other people, you're overlapping each other's biofield, and you're laying on your back kind of staring at the ceiling. And you just start laughing, and man, that is crazy good energy. Like, it's super fun. You laugh, and what's great about it, like I said earlier, you talk about sharing or laughing at each other. So I can turn it on and off for the most part. It is a little forced, but I'm working on it. And again, I keep funny little thoughts or stories or silly things that me and my friends have done in our mind. Or even like one friend, we were talking and being silly, he made this face like, ugh, like I couldn't even do it. But man, just picturing that face, I just can't help but go at him. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. I recommend you look into it, seek it out. I'm hoping to have a studio soon. Maybe I can have the space there. I'm not sure. It does acquire like a fairly large room, especially you got 20, 30 people. You want them to be able to move around. You can also follow Laughter Yoga on Facebook. That's one that I do, and you actually get to see the doctor that has pioneered or created this. He travels all around the world, and they do a lot of 1 minute laughter to increase the positive energy in the world. They have a different way of saying that, but that's roughly it. I wanted to show you this one, which again, it's hard to see. The graphic artist could have picked better colors. This was yesterday's Creation of Friendship. That's what it was. So yesterday we talked about friendship, and I also mentioned that one of the great mentors of mine, actually at the Rapid Eye Institute, she does the Souls with Stamina retreat every year that I go on. Highly recommend that. Hope to see you there next year, 2020, because it's usually in June, the end of June. I want to say the last third or fourth week of June usually is when it is, or maybe a little bit of both overlapping. But it's about a week. I want to say 8 days. Maybe it's 5, and I just spend a little extra time there because I have too much fun. Her name is Linnell. Amazing lady. Love her to death. Anyway, I'll start shuffling the cards, and we'll get into that. Check out even Laughter Yoga. There's some different ones you can, like I said, you can follow the actual main Laughter Yoga page. Awesome. I like to follow it. Don't really, I would say, add anything new to the Laughter Yoga as far as I've seen or understand. It's just him spreading it and, showing that people love to laugh and raising that vibration of the earth. Still, though, great to follow. I'm sure it even would help you to maybe find one in your area. I just Googled it. I found one in a city close to me and went up and certified in it. So here is today's card. So I got a glare on that. There we go. Natural flow of time. So let's read that one, and then we'll get into chanting it. All right. Natural flow of time. Om Ka La Vi Dia Namaha. This mantra harmonizes your life with the natural flow of time. Kala is a principle of time operating in natural. Namaha means I open my individuality to its true universality. This mantra coordinates your life with the rhythms and the timing of nature. It opens us to synchronize and balance so that all our actions become perfectly timed. Rooting in the present moment of innocent wonder, nature of time flows like a river. We cannot touch the same water twice because the flow that has passed by us will never pass again. We enjoy each moment of our life as the new experience that is. Life is an adventure. It is not a package tour. Being at ease with the flow of life allows the universe to unfold, and opportunities in their perfect timing of each next step. Nature doesn't hurry time, yet it accomplishes all it needs to. Once we surrender, we can use the natural current as power to move us forward. This power will help us to rise because we are no longer tethered. This power will help us to rise because we are no longer tethered to the timing of things. We flow into trusting the next right action that is before us. That's awesome. Now, it does talk about time is like a river, and then I remember I've mentioned that quote a few times. A man crossing a river is never the same man, and it's never the same river. It's kind of the same thing. It's because it's flowing. You know, that water that passed the first time you crossed the river is already way downstream. So the second time you come back across the river, you're crossing it with new water. The metaphor is you're crossing a river, so we'll say you're out hunting or you're out hiking. I know a little bit about yoga, not regular yoga. I know more about laughter yoga. Sorry, I had a viewer. He says, "What do you know about yoga, mate?" Oh, what is laughter yoga? I highly recommend you look into it. It looks like he's still here. Thank you for joining us today. Laughter yoga was invented by a physician or a doctor in India because he wanted to study laughter on the body. And he went to a park and just invited people to come laugh with him, and then eventually he started to build mantras and silly games. And laughter yoga is kind of childlike playfulness. Yeah, see, and I don't know that. I'm just going off of what I've read and what they call it laughter yoga. So, or again, I've called them laughter clubs is usually what you can find. Well, and that's what's great about it is that you can mix holistic ideas. That's how you come up with new things. Is you combined and you try different stuff. So he says it's American trend of mixing your ideas into holistic ideas. To me, it seems like that's a great thing to do. Like you want to, branch out, or if you have an idea that says, "Hey, let's try this," and if it works, great. If it doesn't, back to the drawing board. But again, with laughter yoga, I look into it. He went back to like Patch Adams and some of these other people that have been studying laughter and just built on them. Again, you can look around. It's actually pretty big. I love it. If you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Back to the mantra that I was reading, it also talks about the right action and right time. We talked about asking for action steps, quieting your mind and saying, what is the next step to get me to my goal? And so I think this mantra really fits with it. Do you have any other questions about laughter yoga? It's basically childlike playfulness. You probably missed it. I was just talking about it, and there's a clap, a laugh, and a breath. And so it's not yoga in the sense or the form of, downward dog, I guess. That kind of is what most people think. It's more just laughing, raising your vibrations, having fun. It's great fun. We're going to do this chant for a few minutes, and then I'll get into family matrix. Looks like I'm actually running out of time. Maybe we'll have to talk about family matrix tomorrow. Don't take my word for it. Again, I don't claim to be an expert or a doctor. I'm still studying this and learning myself. I'm just inviting you to come along on my journey as I learn. If you have something that I can go search out or look up, or you have a point, then I'll be happy to listen to you as well. I'm not like, oh, I know everything and I'm shutting the door on it. I'm learning, and I hope you want to learn with me. Anyway, back to the mantra. Om Kala Vide Namaha. Om Kala Vide Namaha. Om Vide Namaha. Om Kela Vide Namaha. Om Kela Vide Namaha. Om Kela Vide Namaha. Om Vide Kela Namaha. Om Kela Vide Namaha. Om Kela Vide Namaha. Again, this is something that I will continue to say throughout my day. I encourage you to. Yeah, awesome stuff. Looks like I've only got a few more minutes, so I'll just continue with laughter yoga, and then later on I'll have to, probably next week maybe we can talk about family matrix. I will quickly just mention it. Family matrix is probably one of the most powerful modalities. I've also heard it called family sculpting. It's still something I'm kind of learning about and studying, so I don't know the difference between, I guess, family sculpting and family matrix. I heard and known it as family matrix. It's awesome stuff. Again, from what I understand, it uses string theory because we're all connected or tied together is the idea behind it. And so when I help realign you, or when I help realign the family in a sense, it goes out to everybody. It's amazing. Another way that you can look at it, just real quick, is like the solar system or the heavens have a certain hierarchy. And there's a scene in Bruce Almighty where he wraps the moon and he pulls it down and makes it closer, to make a romantic night with his wife or whatever. And then the next morning he wakes up and there's tidal waves and floods and all that because he brought the moon closer to the earth, so it caused the waters to act all weird. Well, it's kind of the same thing. When our family is in the proper hierarchy, things work out great. And when we fall out of the proper hierarchy through, whatever, drugs, abuse, bad patterns, negative patterns, then bad things happen. And so family matrices help to realign the family and put it back into alignment. Again, I'll talk more about that. It is something that I am certified in. I've done one. I plan on starting to do more, and as I do more, I will learn more and have more information to bring to you. I have not done it actually in a while, so that's why I just have a kind of a overview of it. It's something I need to get back into, just like the laughter yoga. All this stuff is fun stuff. Laughter yoga you can also do if you're, say, a corporate boss and you want to do some team building exercises. You could hire myself or another laughter yoga instructor to come in and do laughter yoga in your business, place of work. That really helps kind of bring people together because they let down their guards. They do the childlike playfulness, and then next time they're at work, they're like, oh, hey, I remember that you put in sardines in your milkshake, oh, you like those on your pizza, and it helps create more of a camaraderie. It helps bring people together. It's one of the quickest, most effective ways to help kind of harmonize employees in a sense. At least that's what it's saying from my notes. It's just a great team building exercise in a sense, and it is an exercise. I'm definitely sweating once I'm done with the laughter yoga and need a glass of water. Definitely drink lots of water while you're doing it. It's lots of fun, but don't take my word for it. See if there's one in your area. Go try it out. This is all the time I have for today. I appreciate you coming in and with your questions. Petro Jesus, I think is his name. I don't know. People spell stuff all kinds of weirdness, but yeah, thank you for coming in and asking the questions. If you're still here, please go look into it yourself. Like I say, I just want to bring you the information. Eventually, yes, I'd love to be an expert on all of these subjects. I'm still learning. I invite you to come on my journey as I learn with me. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. I know I will. Thanks again.